So we've got 93 Raul. 5-star, 5-star. Just a single upgrade from the Winter Wildcard, but what a card this looks like. We've got him with a left foot, 5'11 with a high medium, can be striker or centre forward, which is always nice. His playstyle pluses are finesse shot and also technical. In the Winter Wildcard version, we only had the finesse shot, which is a nice little upgrade for the technical. He's got chip shot, he's got flair, first touch, quick step, and also Travella. And in terms of the stats, we're looking pretty good across the board. Now, I was having a look at the comparison. Obviously, for this version, 5 increase on the pace is massive. 8 increase on the passing, and then 3 on the shooting is magnificent for the card. If we was having a look at the play styles to go, or the chemistry styles to go for, people are going for that engine, and to be honest, it's rightly so. When you look at the 98 positioning and also finishing, why would you need any more? So you might as well go for the engine. If you really are bothered about as much pace as possible, then go for like a catalyst. Maybe just go for the hunter. That's fair enough, but the engine more than likely looks the best route. In terms of a cam, centre forward, striker, he's going to absolutely have it all. He comes out as a 95 striker, left wing, right wing, centre forward as a 96 or a cam 95. This is going to be a serious card that's going to set you back quite a bit. The minute is coming in at 2.5. He looks phenomenal. Let's see if he plays phenomenal. I must admit, Raul this year seems to have had the biggest glow up in terms of an icon, especially one that was pretty much written off for literally all of last year. We managed to get a kind of slightly better version, but most definitely this year, he feels so much better and he manages to roll it straight away. He's almost just had this rejuvenation and it's absolutely incredible and I'm here to see for it. Has he got the rage quit straight away? Surely. 3 minutes in? No, he wants to kick on. But this Raul most definitely seems dangerous in himself. We always knew when it comes to these icons, once they started getting the double plus playstyles, then even to the triple if we are going to go to across them, it's going to be very interesting to see not only how they progress, but oh, that's a great touch. Or is he going to... No, no way. No way, no way. Kickoff goals are not a thing, I tell you that, and awful defending is also not a thing. But in terms of Raul himself, I do think this card is definitely here to play. Can we go? Can we go? Imagine kicking off straight away as well. The trio this could have as well, the Spanish boys are outstanding. You've obviously got Raul in himself. I think he's putting himself in that top category. You've then obviously got someone like Butra from last week in the mini release. A brilliant card now with a 5-5 also. And then if we was to just get that one more, that Fernando Torres upgrade, that is going to be just the finish. The absolute Spanish up front. If then we could just get maybe an upgrade in terms of an icon next year in from maybe a cheeky David Villa, that literally could just... Oh, I didn't even think he was going to get the touch. I do think that could literally just solidify Spain up front to be absolutely brilliant. Did he get onside? He did. R9. Looking for Raul again if we can. Little one out into him here. Can we find the finesse? Finesse is kind of really much... It's a lot harder this time around now. I know the effectiveness is definitely on the lower end for the finesse, which is fair enough, but you can still do it. But I must admit, at the moment, I've been loving the power shot, so that is kind of my go-to tool. And I suppose it is used, again, more so when you're in the space like this. You're not necessarily going to be using it all the time. I really thought I'd fake him a little bit better. Good save from Czech. I thought I'd have him. I thought he was going to keep going. We got any free kicks from him? 94, 86, 87, 90. I mean, he could do a job, but it's not necessarily going to be the best free kicks in the world. I was kind of hoping he was going to be on the edge here. Can we find it in? It's going to be slapped from R9. Just a cheeky little cheat code there as well. Good touch. Looking for the Cruyff ball. Oh, get it. Get it. Seconds! That is a stunning ball. Very, very good passing. And it's what I mean with Raul. I think even if you've got your strikers, you could easily just put him back one and he'd be brilliant in that cam roll. Someone just absolutely pinging it. He's got the ability to shoot as well, which is undeniable how useful that can be. Gets that header, which is nice. Can we... Oh, I was going to say, can we get it back to him? Does manage to defend that pretty well. What are we 2-1? Nice. Okay, we're running the game at least. Raul definitely running the show up top there with a bit of Cruyff and R9. If we can find the finesse, Virgil is just a human blocking post though. I think the big thing for this year as well, and to be honest, I don't think there's really... Oh, that's a bad pass. I don't think there's much difference in, obviously, previous years. We've kind of just been building up to it. But if you look at the amount of strikers that are in the absolute top quality from R9, you look, obviously, Cruyff, Puskás, Ronaldo, Eusebio, Mbappe, like the names you could just reel off. You can only pick 2, 3, maybe even 4 of them, depending on formation. And there's still like another 20, 30 names on the list. It means you've got to get creative with who you've actually got in your team. Why has he gone for a left-footed finesse? Kind of wish I had him on the left-hand side now a bit more. I've got him going straight centre, which most definitely isn't always his total position there. Ramirez from distance if we can. Back out wide, and it's gone for the half-time. Brilliant. But in terms of kind of them strikers, the amount that you can get is the crazy thing, that there's not just like 2, 3, 4 strikers that are absolutely on the top drawer. Yes, you could always pick an Mbappe and R9. They are going to be the favourites. But when you look at a Raul, a Butra, you look at a winter wildcard Drogba, they may not be number 1, but they definitely can still get that job done, which I think is something to massively show in this game. It's not just one 11 team. There is a lot of different balances you could go with, and Raul, I think, is putting himself at the top of that list most definitely. Lovely bit of press. We got a bit of technical going on. Little through ball into Cruyff. We got Zanetti on pursuit. He's looking for that little fake. Oh, I was kind of hoping for Raul there on the inside. Tries to cut him back. Looks for the finesse. There he is. Touch. Volley. Oh, it had to be. You had to volley. I can't believe that he's left-footed as well. I mean, obviously he is left-footed. We knew that from many, many years of goals. But I just expect so many more right-footers. It seems to be some top-quality left-footers in this team. Good block. Seconds. Oh, Tevez, go away. Tevez is one of them annoying strikers that just follows you everywhere. Even then, you look at some of the heroes. Like, they're crazy in themselves as well. Waiting for that Di Natale. Going for the chip. Big boy chip. Little bit of an assist from Raul, and Cruyff finishes the job. But when you look at the heroes from Tevez, Di Natale, even the cheaper ones in Brolin, Smolarek, Voller, there's some absolutely top strikers, but are not necessarily going to break your bank out of it. Good block again. Get a bit of physical side of him, which is nice. Oh, it locked me on and then unlocked me at the same time. Ooh, a little bit of cheeky skills going on there. Can we find him back up? The one thing I like is, well, I was going to say, the kind of composure on the ball. It wasn't the pass that I intended, to be honest with you. Oh, that's a great ball, though. Can the keeper get to it before him? Does take him out, and keeper gets good right, which is always nice, and we can play it away. Lovely. But yeah, in terms of composure, it's phenomenal. I think being that main striker in the middle really suits him for the play outwards. Like, we can see just the ball that can be played there. Maybe should have took a touch, but that really should have been played better in itself anyway. Bang! Oh, I was kind of hoping Czech would have missed the near side. Oh, finds it. Into Raul. Into Czech with a great save. I thought the left foot would have been absolutely nailed on there. Oh, little bit of luck, but it's managed to work. He's got the shot off. Heavy, heavy deflection, but that could be the winner of this game if we don't concede another kickoff goal, which, by the looks of it, we haven't just yet. But going into the overall then, so we're looking at 2.4, give or take. I must admit, in terms of the previous FUT birthday, or Ultimate Birthday cards, they seem to have kind of settled at a pretty good price. Everybody's kind of at that level where you think, okay, I could see him at that sort of price. Like a Blanc at 1 mil, it's fair enough with the general market. Carlos Alberto's up there. Butra's still at 4, but he was a mini release. Still looks at that sort of level. Whereas when we look at this Ultimate Birthday team, in fact, that's why they call it FUT Birthday as well. You've obviously got Ian Wright at 800, 700k. Pele's extinct at 15 mil. Stoichkov at 6.4, 6.5 for Perlo. He's dropped 7, well, he was 7.5 mil. He's dropped a mil in the past hour. and he'll probably go up and down. So we don't know, is this the price of them, or are they just a little bit inflated at the moment until we get big upgrades? But like I said, in terms of strikers, there's just a crazy amount. Like if we look at all of the strikers at that top end, so we know Mbappe, Pele, and also R9 are extinct, so they're not at the top. You then have Ham, you have a Salah, a Ronaldo, Messi, Henry. You then go further down, Stoichkov, Cruyff, Eusebio, Puskás, Dembele, Butra. That's already 10 names and we're barely even off the start. Then if you went to page 3, we're looking at, well, in fact, if we go page 2, kind of midway down, like kind of near the mill cards, I know he's a little bit more expensive, which is fair enough, but even when you look there, a Greasy, a Vinny, a Zico, a Rashford, Mane, then you go to obviously Mbappe, you go multiple versions, even a Rodrigo, Son, Benzema, they are all cards that even if you don't quite have the 10, the 15, the 5 million coin striker, that can give you a lot. Like you've got 2 team of the years at $1 million here, they definitely could still give you it. Same with Haaland, same with Ian Wright. They may not be your R9s, but they definitely have got it in them. And I think it's one thing they've done really well this year. In their own way, I don't know whether they actually expected it, but like even with the amount, like we've got a base Raul. I know we normally have base mid prime, but there definitely seems to be a bigger difference in the kind of players together. Like if we look at, trying to think of the biggest example with multiple cards, like someone like a Zidane is the wrong example, because when we look at Zidane, I know his cards are messed up. You've got a 92, fair enough, that is an SBC. I can allude to that one. Maldini's probably the better shout, in fact, because it only his base was obviously in the SBC, but we did get, as you see, a 90, a 92, a 93, a 94. So the 90, it's a decent card. It isn't lengthy, which is a bit, well, it is lengthy, sorry, but it's controlled lengthy, not pure lengthy. But in terms of the stats, it's a bit of a downgrade in comparison to the base, which is fair enough. He's got a little bit more pace. It's what they're going for. We then have the 92. It's fair enough. We have the 93 and the 94. It is a bit of a waste where I'm kind of like, I would like a big sporadic difference, so like an 89, a 91, a 93, then a 95. A bit more of a difference rather than a +1. Obviously, when it comes to it, they're mainly looking at the playstyle pluses. That is kind of the big selling point. Whereas some icons, they've done really well. Somebody like, who's had multiple cards that are just different together as well. The obvious example would be someone like a Van Nistelrooy. But I think if you look at someone like an Ian Wright, I suppose, actually, you've got the base card. It's usable at the start of the game. It may not be the prettiest card in the world, but you could definitely get away with him at the start of the game, easily. You then get an SBC of a Winter Wildcard. A little bit of a position change, bit more pace, bit more defending, dribbling's up there, 89. It's a nice upgrade. Then we go into the striker version. Again, more pace, bit more physicality on a +10, shooting's up, passing's up, dribbling's up. It's a nice difference rather than just your standard 85 striker Ian Wright, 88 striker Ian Wright, 89 striker Ian Wright. And yes, there's some elements where you have to have that, but it is nice on the icons to have a bit more freedom with them. Whereas I think Raul has just gone really right this year, even from the base, like still 68, it's at the minimum value now, but he was holding like a 200k value once the Winter Wild card came out, and that's brilliant to see from a card that is normally absolutely bog standard in the mud. And it was the finesse shot that obviously did it to start with, but I do think stats wise he has definitely hit the ground running. The 92 was a great upgrade to him, and then this is just another step, a 5-5, a double playstyle plus, a nice upgrade on pace, shooting. Everything's gone in the right direction for him, and I think he is absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, top quality.